All right, so the question that we're asking you this morning, I think, is going to pretty much so be focused around a discussion we're going to have in the next hour of the program, so it'll be nice to get your comments ahead of that. So take a look. This is our question for you. Initiation schools. The deaths at these initiation schools, have they overshadowed the cultural significance? I think it's a very important question to be asking at a time during initiation season where we'll get the official confirmation as to how many initiates have actually died at this time. I don't have the numbers with me right now.
At last check last week, it was at 5.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's happened in the new week. So it's one we'll get confirmation on.
Absolutely. But it's a frightening prospect. And I think we also have to ask sort of parents, how do you feel about this? Sending your kids off to go and be initiated, a massive cultural practice, but the safety issue, whether or not your son is going to come back or not, that's something you have to worry about. But you tell us, how do you feel about initiation, the dangers associated with it? Has it overshadowed the cultural significance? So that's a question we're focusing on.
Very important one. So yeah, SABC, Morning Live SABC, that's the Twitter handle. So please get in touch with us there. We'd love to hear your views on this.
Hey, right, let's look at some of the massive stories of the day that you can expect on your agenda. First up, government special official funeral, as you heard in the news. The service for the 87-year-old former state protocol chief and ambassador Billy Modise will be held at the Marks Park Sports Club in Emmarentia. This should be from about 9 o'clock this morning.
And we'll be doing a few crossings in the show to that. Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba, he's launching a War on Queues campaign to ensure that citizens and other clients are served professionally when they seek access to services offered by the department. Minister Gigaba will receive feedback on short-term interventions, while managers are expected to provide an update on medium and long-term plans in relation to the amount of time clients spend at Home Affairs offices. Interesting one, that.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille, as you heard in the news, back in court again today, where the DA is expected to give evidence to back the allegations levelled against her in an internal Steenhuisen party report. Yesterday, de Lille emerged victorious in her bid to overturn the DA's decision to boot her out after the High Court in Cape Town found that the DA's cessation of her membership of the party was unlawful and it was invalid.
Yep, and of course, Lukona Nguni, our analyst, will unpack more of that for us. And it's 2-0 to Patricia de Lille at the moment.
Yeah.
In the court cases.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. We're talking about scores. Let's look at the trending topics right now. And no doubt, the World Cup is probably sitting at the top once again. Oh gosh, there you go, Germany. I mean, what a match yesterday. Did you watch the German match?
I watched it.
I was, I have a friend who is an avid Germany supporter, and I was just WhatsApping her and sending her jokes. And it was just, I was having far too much fun and she was dying. So, I mean, she was devastated. The former champions of the world out to the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not the first time.
No.
And this has happened in successive tournaments now, 3-4 successive tournaments where the defending champions have gone out at the group stages.
Yeah, I was looking at a big thing of that.
Crazy.
And it seems like that's the tradition.
Yeah.
Neymar. Now, that was a match I missed. However, I was watching the highlights on Twitter. But, I mean, I think one of the reasons was that big roll that he did. I don't know. Did you watch that?
I didn't. I watched the highlights. I was asleep in and out.
Yeah. I think he's still rolling this morning. I'm hoping that Valen has got it in a sports bulletin, but he fell on the floor and rolled, and this morning he's rolled all the way back to Brazil. So
yeah, not to be outdone by Maradona. So
we had that story in the news about Joe Jackson. Now the late Joe Jackson passing away. That's of course Michael Jackson's father, Janet Jackson's father. I mean, 11 children. 11 children is how many the Jackson family had, and unfortunately he is no longer.
Yeah, and Patricia de Lille, of course, also in the news, and as indicated, we'll be taking that further, another round of court battles with the DA today.
Yeah, and Erykah Badu also trending, and I think this is from yesterday. There was a big announcement. She'd be making an appearance at one of the festivals that's happening here, so a lot of people excited about the fact that Erykah Badu is coming to South Africa.
Very interesting one. I'll need to brush up on my Erykah Badu because I can't remember when was the last time she actually released something. Maybe I just wasn't looking. It's that sort of thing. But I'll brush up on it, I promise, before she
and then
gets
let
here.
me know.
Yes.
Let me know. All right, let's get a traffic update now. That's up